I was done crying. Silly me. Hello my fellow dweebs and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my reaction to the series finale of Arcane. I am so sad that this show is over, but I'm also so anxious to see what happens. This episode is called The Dirt Under Your Nails, and let's get watching.
I've held on for as long as I can. This world is a wasteland where nothing can grow. I used to have strength, but I ran out of hope. Maybe then I could finally be free. Maybe death is like falling asleep.
Wait!
4 seconds.
I just want to talk to you.
Get out of here, Echo. I'm tired of talking.
No!
Oh my god, that would be so exhausting to have to save her again and again and again.
It's never too late to build something new. Someone worth building it for.
I was expecting to cry, but not 60 seconds into the episode.
Reinforce the forward artillery. We can't let them break through.
That is terrifying, but also so fucking cool. Oh, good thing she magicked up. You guys, I'm stressing. The soundtrack in this show is so good. We need Jinx's expertise with the bombs. I'm not happy about what's happening. This entire scene is a mood. Oh my god, Maddie.
I warned you of the hazards of professional entanglement.
Yeah, she did not take that breakup well. Ooh.
Desperation is the doorway to oblivion, child.
I did appreciate your warmth. There is nothing to gain from this senseless bloodshed.
Still a fox. Soldier?
She said, one day I'm gonna fly in one of those. I was hoping. Oh, this is epic. I love that Karen and Echo work together to do this.
There must be some part of you still in there.
I am more than I ever was.
Mother, look at the price of your ambition. You are no Madada.
You remember.
Shut up and fight!
Yes, Caitlin. Oh, she looks so cool. We love an Arcane slow-mo jump. We need to get rid of those runes on her arm. Ooh, pop it up. There you go. Oh my god, I just noticed the bunny ears for Isha.
Now!
The necklace.
A wolf has no mercy. What are you doing, sister? I see your face, deceiver. Sly girl.
Make no mistake.
You are the wolf.
Your eyes won't lie.
Getting out of hand.
Dad?
Is he even still in there? He's using propeller. Audio effect is so cool.
Do you see the sublime intersection of order and chaos?
Yeah, Victor, we see. It doesn't look great. Turning into exactly what we saw. Look at his belly button.
This conflict. This senseless waste.
This animation.
You were never broken, Victor. There is beauty in imperfections. They made you who you are. An inseparable piece of everything I admired about you.
Oh. Hell yeah! Oof. Does Echo have little Jinx beads in his hair? Oh wow, he's pushing it. So
Why do you persist? After everything I've done.
Because I promised you. Why did you ever give me this? Why?
is it him? Oh, I was hoping.
I
They
thought
tie
I
it
could
all
bring an
back.
end to the world's suffering.
That's the only thing that made sense to me.
In all possibilities, only you can show me this. You must go, Jace.
We finish this together.
Artwork, are you kidding me? Thought I was done crying. Silly me. Whatever's about to happen, please don't do this to me.
Always with you, sis.
No. Of course she's smart.
Maybe death is like falling asleep. This world is a wasteland where nothing can grow. Please let me go, 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 go.
You may read about the war in Piltover, but history is made palatably abstract for its truth. The agony of every sacrifice is more than one should bear.
Not in the place he kissed Powder.
You found some good, some light, worth gaining, worth fighting for. And though we are doomed to revisit the error of our ways, spark ever more conflicts,
Wow. Her character design right there is stunning.
is that singing?
It's just a tune my mother used to hum. I am the dirt under your nails, Cupcake. Nothing's gonna clean me out.
Damn. 10 out of 10 tits. The opening frame of this episode tells me that everything we were thinking about Jinx's hair tying into metaphors is absolutely true. Her hair is sprawled out in a million different directions. The length of it is just insane. And so if hair holds on to memories, Jinx has held on to a lot. I think the fact that she cuts it in this episode also shows that she's just ready to let everything go. And I can't believe how many times Jinx chose to kill herself and how many times Echo had to rescue her. And that's just the times that we were shown. Something tells me that Echo had been doing that over and over and over again, even before we were let into the scene. And Echo's interactions with Powder in the alternate universe he visited helped him break through to Jinx in our universe. The war scenes in the beginning of this episode were so terrifyingly detailed. You could feel the heaviness of battle and of war in each scene and in every interaction. And I was on the edge of my seat to see what was going to happen to these characters that we've come to know and love. But the twist I did not see coming was Maddie. She's always popping up in the most unexpected ways in this show. And to think, I kind of felt sorry for her last week. Jinx showing up in her airship, tying it all the way back to season 1, episode 1, when Powder says, "One day I'm gonna fly in one of those." Hi, Editing Alicia here. So after rewatching this episode and taking some time to read interpretations and theories online, I realized I missed something big that the writers were getting at in the final few moments of this episode. I thought this was our callback to season 1. And Jinx just made the aircraft her own in her signature Jinxie style, using the propeller from her room. But this is our callback to season 1. Kate's blueprints show us that Jinx may have survived the explosion by escaping out of the cooling ducts. The things these characters can survive is beyond me, but the airship flying away from Piltover is our nod that Jinx is on board, moving on and breaking the cycle, so to speak, so Vi can have her happy ending with Kate. I initially interpreted this airship moment to be more metaphorical, more of a general moving on from everything that's taken place, but after further investigating what Kate is looking at in these blueprints, the theory that Jinx is still out there somewhere seems extremely likely to me. I think even the ending title card popping up in Jinx's style and this line,
I'm always with you, even when we're worlds apart,
are also nods to this theory.
I also loved seeing the bunny on the front of the ship and the bunny ears on the balloon for Isha. I'm sure there are so many tiny details and also probably big details from this episode that I missed. Imagine editing Alicia will pay a visit at some point. Mel's arc this season has been absolutely incredible. She has come into her own and proved herself in countless ways. She viewed herself as an outcast from the Medarda family in season 1, and she always knew her mother viewed her as less than too, for being the empath that she is. But she faced this war and the Black Rose in her own way. She was not gonna let her mother destroy Piltover, but she also was not gonna let the Black Rose take her mom. And to see Ambessa's acknowledgement of the force that really is her daughter in her final moments got me so good. You can see the pride on her face when she tells Mel, you really are the wolf, even if it came at her defeat. I'm getting emotional again just scrolling through and looking at these scenes. Jace and Victor's arc in this episode. Their arc over the course of this whole show, especially knowing now that Victor was the mage that gave Jace the gem, which I'm not giving myself a pat on the back, but I'm kind of giving myself a pat on the back about. Their relationship, their story just absolutely destroyed me. Maybe even more so than Jinx's death. And that's not to say that Jinx's death didn't also gut me, but I think I expected it and sort of wondered if that is how things would transpire in her character all the way back in season 1 versus Jace and Victor, who at the start of this season I really felt could go so many different directions with their narrative and their story. As the season progressed, it became more and more obvious that one or both of them was going to have to make some kind of sacrifice. But to have it be done in this way that was out of an abundance of love for each other, and the truth that humanity's emotions are messy, but the imperfection of life is what makes it beautiful. At least that's how I read it during my initial watch. I just felt that their resolution by the writers was as beautifully crafted as it could have been. And if we're gonna talk about beautifully crafted, the animation in this episode, I know I say it every single episode, but they outdid themselves again. How is that even possible? I was just so blown away by the animation and the artwork in this one. And the choreography of all the fight scenes, the cinematography. I noticed there was a moment when Kate's blood splattered onto the screen that we were viewing from as an audience. The sound editing, the choice in that one scene to make it sound like they were underwater. I can only hope that I find a show one day that dazzles me the way that this show did. Every single episode, I was transported somewhere else. The immersive experience that this show gave me is second to none. And I'm just so thankful to the writers and the producers and the animators and everybody that worked on this show to give us what I consider to be peak escapism. Oh man. And then Jinx sacrificing herself at the end, which, like I said, I kind of expected, but it still just really hurt. Just as this show is gonna go down as one of my favorites of all time, Jinx is gonna go down as one of my favorite villains. She encapsulated everything you want your morally gray characters to be, and to see her come around in the end through Echo's persuasion and through her love for Vi was the best I could have asked for in her character resolution. I wouldn't have been satisfied as a viewer with a Disney-fied version of the ending of this show. As she's falling back, she smiles in the same way that Powder did when she first thought she did something to help, only this time she really did. All little Powder wanted to do in season 1 was help, and Jinx ended ended her Jinx cycle by making the ultimate sacrifice for her sister by helping in the way that she wanted to when she was young. The ending imagery for this finale is so stunning as well. Top, side, and bottom on the bridge together, Echo mourning for Jinx and the place where he first kissed Powder, Savika taking a seat at the council to show that top, side, and bottom are going to work together, Singe's daughter waking up, that's a shocking one. I don't know how I feel about that, but speaking of great morally gray characters, Singed is definitely one of them. And then you have this crow, who generally don't represent great things. It pecks away at the ruin, and we see a blue glow emit. It also then flies by the Noxian ships, as Kate tells us in the background that there will be more conflicts. I'm not sure how literal we are meant to take this. Could this mean a continuation of our story, even if it's with different lead characters and in a different location in the future? I also like the ending of Vi singing Dear Friend Across the River, or humming it, in the same way as the series opener. Extremely happy that her and Caitlyn are together in the end. There's a lot of things we have to mourn, so at least we have something to celebrate. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for being here and for experiencing this show right along with me. Thank you for being the ones to suggest it in the first place. I like to think that I eventually would have stumbled upon this show just based off of what is recommended to me on my viewing lists, but I am so eternally grateful to you for recommending Arcane. Please let me know your thoughts on this finale, on the show as a whole, in the comments down below, and I will see you dweebs later.